Hello, Star Citizens. This is Captain Zed with ZXS Gaming, and welcome to my review of the Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha. Okay, first of all, get the housekeeping out of the way. These are my opinions, and yours may be different, and that's a good thing. And secondly, all reviews are biased, and I like to try to be upfront if I know I'm biased towards a ship review. And in this case, I'm pretty biased, and that's because this ship is the first ship that I ever pledged in the verse, and pretty much is the reason I'm still playing the game, because I fell in love with the game and I fell in love with the ship. So I will probably be more positive about her than maybe other people would be. There are a lot of trade-offs for this ship, so if you do get one, there are things you're giving up to get what you get. But all that being said, what is the Mustang Alpha? Consolidated Outland is one of the smaller manufacturers. They make the Mustang series, the Alpha, the Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Omega, I think. They make the Nomad, which is kind of a one-off ship that's more of an all-rounder. It's kind of pushing almost into the Cutlass Black territory. And then in development is the Pioneer, which is a large construction ship, which kind of has nothing to do with the rest of their lineup. What else they make? They make one more. They make the hover quad. They make that little hover bike. So that's all they make right now. There's probably changes coming in the future for Consolidated Outland as a manufacturer. I think they're going to get more ships, but also there's a little story behind the Mustang Alpha. This ship, along with the Aurora Mark I MR, were the two ships that were the least expensive pledges, where you could also get as part of the game package. So you could get you bought a ship, and then for another $15 you got the game package, like the license, and that's what allowed you to play the game. You have to have at least one ship in your account that's got a package attached to it, or some other way to have a game package in order for you to play Star Citizen. So for the longest time, this ship and the Aurora were the baseline. They're $30 ships with an extra 15 for the pledge, which gave you a $45 package, and that got your feet in the door. Now, there were plenty of packages that were sold that were more expensive, but when most people first started in Star Citizen, they were probably just going to spend the least amount of money just to get into the game and find out what it's like. So a lot of people have owned either a Mustang Alpha or an Aurora as their initial ship. The Aurora, of course, went through its changes where the Mark I is now being retired and the Mark II has come in. And then the Mustang was completely removed from the game packages. Now, the ship is still being sold. They didn't change the price or anything like that. And it's still being sold in-game. So there's been no hint that they're removing the ship. But the other thing that hasn't happened is this ship does not yet have its Gold Pass. It doesn't have the component update to it. So we're kind of waiting to see what they're going to do with this ship and with the whole Mustang series. There were people who are saying it might be retired, or kind of like the Aurora series was. We just don't know. We haven't heard. So that's where things are as of today. But as with everything else in Star Citizen, that could change tomorrow, and all of a sudden this video is outdated. Anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a tour of the ship. We're going to take it and then take it through its paces, take a look at combat. Can it do, scavenging, how does it do with bunkers, how does it do with delivery missions, etc., and see what she can do. So first of all, let's take a look at her. Basically, like I said, she's not had her gold pass, so there's not, you're not going to get access to components or anything. The only thing she's got on the exterior, she's got storage. She has storage on both sides. She's got storage here that's 900K. And then she's got storage over here. And I just hit the button. We'll get back to the storage. So anyway, this is the pilot seat, and as you can see, she's got like a fighter canopy almost, and really, really good view. You've got 4 MFDs. Most of her buttons are not. She's got the engine on, power off, but most of these buttons are not physicalized. Down here, maybe that's something they would, start doing in the future. They might even have to add some more buttons to it, but you can see there's nothing else that's been physicalized. But I think one of the cleaner cockpits in the game, and like I said, really, really good views. So let's go down and take a quick look at that other storage. That's what happens when you don't hold the button on the F prompt. There we go. Okay, open storage. 950K. So she's got 2 storages. But she doesn't, like most other ships that don't have an interior, do have like some kind of exterior gun rack. So she doesn't have an exterior gun rack, and then like there's no other, as you can see, there's no other F prompts out here. So components not done yet. Now, her one magic that she does have is she has a cargo bay. So you hit this to lower the cargo bay, and basically it's just a big box. And then you open the back door of the box. And this is a full cargo grid, holds 4 SCU, and you can fit standard size boxes in here, so you could fit the two SCU box. You could fit 2 of those, or 4 of the 1 SCU box, which gives you capability from hauling around cargo. But a lot of people could use that for things like bunker runs and stuff like that. So this does give her a little bit of a leg up over other ships, and kind of. I didn't close that, did I? Okay, I don't know if that was supposed to do that, but we're gonna go back and close the rear. Because who knows what else that will do. There we go. Now we close the rear. Now we can close it up. All right. But that does give her a lot of capability, even though she does not have an interior, which, is a big deal. Obviously, she doesn't have a bed. She doesn't have a bathroom. She, if you want to get a drink, you have to land the ship and find some place that has atmosphere. So, which, is a big negative when you look at trying to put her up against her competitors. So, all right, tour being done. Let's go ahead and take a look at what she can do. Hello, welcome to the combat section of the Mustang Alpha review. So first, let's talk stats. What do we got here? The Mustang Alpha, for all practical purposes, is basically a light fighter. She's a little short in the firepower department, though. She's got 4 hard points 2 size 2 in the nose and 2 size 1s on the wings. I have her outfitted today with all of the CF series. So I got Badgers in the nose and Bulldogs on the wings. She does not carry any missiles, which does put her at a disadvantage versus other ships. As far as she's got 2 size 1 shields, 1 size 1 power plant, 2 size 1 coolers, 1 size 1 quantum drive. Her SCM speed is 228. Her boosted speed is 500. And when it comes to maneuverability, her pitch, roll, and yaw is 70, 53, 205. Now, if you compare that to a Gladius is 68, 52, 200, which means from a maneuverability standpoint, this ship basically is a Gladius. She has 10,080 hit points. A Gladius has 6,110 hit points. So, as I said, for all practical purposes, this ship, even though it's a starter ship, from maneuverability standpoint, this is a light fighter. Other than her firepower, she does not have the firepower the Gladius does. So, and that that is one of the reasons that this was my original pledge ship, is that I came to Star Citizen, friend, recommended for me to check out the game, and I looked into the game a little bit and realized it's made by the same people who made Wing Commander, and I loved Wing Commander. So this was my pledge ship, and this was what got me sucked into the game. Spending thousands of dollars on little digital ships. And yeah, I still like her today. So we're doing an LRT today. Now I enjoy the ship combat in Star Citizen. I just don't think I'm that all terribly good at it. So other people could definitely get more out of the ship than I can, but low-level bounty missions, I think, are absolutely perfectly fun for this ship. So we've got, looks like, I think that's a Titan. And we might get one more ship. I don't know. Sometimes they have wingmen, sometimes they don't. Contact. And we have a wingman. What's the wingman? An Aurora. Let's take out the Titan first. Ah. You're considering shooting missiles at me, are you? Okay. Well, hello, broken AI. He's not doing anything, is he?
Target has been destroyed.
What's the Aurora doing? Is that a fight? Or is he sitting here too?
Great. Let me cross them off the list and get you paid.
Hello? If I had a bigger capacitor, you'd be dead by now, son.
Target has been destroyed.
Okay. So let's take one. We'll leave that in there again for comedy's sake. We're gonna have to go find a mission, or actually fight something. Back in a minute. All right. Attempt number 2. So we are now coming in on one of the Eckhart missions where you hide in an asteroid and then jump somebody. Assuming you can find the emission cloud. Okay. There she is. All right. So we're supposed to take on a 135C. These missions kind of have a way of being a little bit all over the place. So we might get more than we can handle depending on how many friends he brings. So my strategy for this might be go after the target and then boost the heck out of town. But we'll see how many they bring.
Make sure we're not bothered while we're working.
Okay, so we've got 3 friends. Main target not here quite yet. Main target is here. Okay. Let's get away from the asteroid. All right, let's take this thing down. And then, let's see, do I have my decoys up? Yep. Well, hello there.
Target has been destroyed.
Uh-huh. What are these other guys? Are we frozen in time too? He looks like he's bouncing off the asteroid. Oh, no.
Shield hit.
Okay. We'll go after this one. We'll just play it like the first one didn't count. Because it really didn't count. I think I got him. Ooh, I'm getting pummeled by something.
Target has been destroyed.
No, not you. This thing wants to fight. Okay, Mustang.
Shield hit.
Mustang on Mustang. Well, if you're gonna sit there. What was that? Darn it, ran out of capacitor again. How is this thing not dead yet?
Target has been destroyed.
There we go. Okay, well, maybe not the absolute greatest representation of this ship's full capability. We kind of had the original target just, you know, stop up in front of us and set out a neon sign that says "Hit me" and go make a sandwich. But the other guys put up at least a little bit of a fight. So, is this ship a capable fighter? Yes, absolutely it is. Is it as good as having a Gladius? It actually compares well as far as, you know, maneuverability. I was able to keep up with everything when it comes to turning. She just doesn't have the firepower, and you know, at some point in time you're just going to run out of shields and hit points and all that kind of stuff. So there will be, you know, you maybe get up to MRTs. For me, maybe is going to be my limit. HRTs, if you're really, really good, but fairly capable little combat ship. All right. With all that being done, let's go on to the next part of the review. Hello, and welcome to the scavenging portion of the Mustang Alpha review. So if you're out fighting in the Mustang and you shoot something down, can it scavenge? A little tiny bit. The cargo box actually is not bad for holding like little components and smaller guns. So we got some Helions here that we shot down off of a Razor, and we got one to snap in the grid, and this one is not going to snap in the grid, but there's plenty of room back here, and it might bounce a little bit, but that should stay. So close this, and then we will close this. And does the gun go up? Yeah, you can see it bouncing, but okay, it's happy. All right. So, can the Mustang Alpha, for a starter ship, do a little bit of scavenging? Yes, it can. Hello, and welcome to the box delivery portion of the Mustang Alpha review. So we're over at Mustang 3, I think. We just picked up a delivery box, and so far, Mustang, easy to fly, easy to land even in a small vertical hangar. Now, of course, we don't have an interior in this ship, but what we do have is our handy little cargo box. And we should be able to put that right there. And there we go. All right, close this up. And we are off to Referral Deltana. And I will see you on the other side. All right, here we are at Referral Deltana.
Engine systems disabled.
So Mustang 3, I forgot that Mustang 3 was the exact opposite corner of Stanton from where Microtech is. And we did have to actually stop for fuel, which I haven't had to do that in a while. So, given that Let's see. There's no F prompt. I think I had this issue before because it's inside the... It's too close to the tail. We get it away. There we go. Okay. Depending on what you're... Like if you're doing Nyx or Pyro or actually trying to go all the way across Stanton. Go ahead and put this back up. You may end up having to look at how much fuel the ship is carrying. Now, the Mustang is right now is very similar to other starter ships. It's carrying 1.1 SU of quantum, which is most other starter ships are something similar. I think the Rambler has more. But they're always messing with those numbers, and they're messing with the quantum drives and how far those can go too. So, you know, I think they're actually supposed to change again in the next patch from when this is recorded. So that's something you may have to look at. But as in relative comparison against other starter ships, the Mustang's going to get about the same level of distance. All right. Let's turn in here. There we go. Mission accomplished. Okay, so overall, Mustang performs pretty well as a delivery ship. It's small, it's fast, it's not really a problem on fuel. Maybe doesn't have the range of, you know, something like the Rambler, but you can park it anywhere, and the cargo compartment works very well for delivery boxes, and you can put more than one box in there. So you can make multiple delivery missions and have a go at it. All right. I will see you in the next part of the review. Welcome to the bunker portion of the Mustang Alpha review. Can the Mustang Alpha do bunkers? Well, friendly bunkers at least. Can't really get too close to enemy bunkers because can't really stuff a vehicle in there. But friendly bunkers, as you can see, the ship is very small, and after you take out the guards, you can basically park it almost on the ramp. As far as looting goes, we've got our cargo box, and we've got a lot of different opportunities here. So the cargo box has a grid, and you can see I've got some guns and some ammo that's already snapped to the grid. You could also toss a 1 or 2 SCU box in there, pull it out and use that. You know, take that with you and do some major looting. And then, of course, on both sides, you still have the storage compartments. So this storage compartment, I've got, you know, a light armor core and arms, and it's only taken up just a little bit of the 900K. So you can actually stuff quite a bit of armor and weapons in this thing for looting. And it works pretty good. All right. I will see you at the next part of the review. Hello, and welcome to my final thoughts for the Consolidated Outland Mustang Alpha. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 5, I give this ship a 3.5. I think the most important thing to think about when you're looking at this ship is price. With the Aurora series, the Aurora Mark 1 series going away, this is the cheapest ship in the game. And probably, when you think about it, it might have been miscast as a starter ship. Because, realistically speaking, this is a light fighter with a 4 SCU box. And when you look at it from that perspective, you're getting a lot of bang for your dollar. for the pledge, it's a $30 ship, and its competitors really, your C8 Pisces Expedition is a $45 ship. An Aurora Mark II is a $45 ship plus $10 for the cargo pod, so it's really a $55 ship. A 100i is a $50 ship, and an Avenger Titan is a $60 ship. Now, of course, those ships offer more. They offer beds, they offer amenities, they offer more cargo space, etc., but you pay for that. So I think for the money, this really is a pretty good little ship. You can also get her in-game, which probably right now might be the best way to think about acquiring one, and she's only 600k, which, these days you can do a few missions and get that pretty quickly. And works very well as a light fighter, works very well as a delivery. 4 SCUs is not enough to really do cargo hauling. That could change in the future, but current cargo hauling contracts seem to start around 10, 11, 12 SCU. So you can't really do cargo hauling with it, but really good at the delivery missions. And other than that, I just think it's fun to fly, responsive without being too twitchy. When you compare her to other light fighters, she basically has got the maneuverability of a Gladius. Doesn't quite have the firepower. She's got 2 size 2s and 2 size 1s for hard points, but very good, solid ship. And like I said at the beginning, I'm biased. This was my first ship in the verse, and I still love flying her. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please do all the things. Leave a like, subscribe. Helps me with the YouTube algorithms. And if you're new to Star Citizen, and you're going to take the plunge and get a pledge, please use my referral code. You will get more in-game money when you start than if you didn't use one, and more in-game money when you're starting, especially when you're learning and don't really know what you're doing. It's always very helpful. So, with all that being said, see you guys in the next review, and hope everybody has a great day in the verse.